Have you ever had a bad hair day? And I'm not talking about that trim that really turned into a cut. I have a story to tell, and it's not about my bad hair day, but a few interesting hair years. You see, growing up, I had a unique relationship with my hair. Based on my hairstyles, you could always tell my mood or what I was going through. At age 7, I got a fungal rash on my scalp called tinea corporis, or as I heard it at that time, tiny corpse. And because of those red, scaly, and itchy, and I mean very itchy patches, I was left with no choice but to shave my hair bald. By age 11, my mom was working 2 jobs, so that meant I had to learn how to do my own hair. And to make it easy, I got a relaxer to make my hair more straight and more manageable. And then by age 18, when I got to college, I wanted a fresh start. And I did the big chop, which meant cutting off all the relaxer, where I was now left with my natural hair. So for the next few years, I tried every style I could find on YouTube. I wore afros, kinky twists, braids, and bantu knots. And indeed, I also spent those college years experimenting with chemicals, hair chemicals at least. On the weekends, I conjured up hair butters and creams in my apartment, and without any complaints from my roommates, the light chocolate buttery scent of cocoa butter and coconut oils spread throughout our small college dorm. In these moments, I felt free because for centuries, Black women have had to hide their hair and still do, might I add, because of discrimination and racism. Yet here I was, a Black woman in the 21st century celebrating my crown and glory. I really felt a sense of freedom. This freedom lasted until I got to nursing school. As a second degree nursing student, under the veil of professionalism and infection control, I was indoctrinated into what a nurse should look and act like. And I guess I was supposed to look like Florence Nightingale, and I just didn't get the memo. My big puffy hair was supposed to be pulled back and out of the way, and never in a style that could attract too much attention to myself and away from my skills as a nurse. So my signature style became this military style bun. And of course, when it got time to apply for a job, my mom questioned me. You know those questions your parents ask you and they already have the answer to? She asked me, "So, what are you going to do with your hair?" And I knew not to risk being perceived as threatening or doing too much. So, guess what? I wore the military style bun. And on February 18th, 2018, I started my first day as an ICU nurse. And as one of the few Black nurses on the unit, I did everything to fit into the unit culture, which really meant acclimating to the already set standards by people who probably didn't look like me. And if you've been in an ICU, you know there's this rhythmic aura of chaos with beeping and humming of machines helping patients breathe, eat, and heal. And I'm lots of routine. The ICU thrives on routine. And this same routine is also how I survived on the unit. So, all of this may seem pretty uneventful, but here's where the drama actually starts. In a desire to connect with my colleagues and fit in, I signed up to work an overtime shift. And of course, they called me in. And this is really where nurse burnout starts, but that's a story for another day. But here's the actual problem. I spent the day at my friend's house, and of course, I bought everything I needed for work because I knew I would be called in that night. So as I was checking all my materials for work, ID check, stethoscope check, snacks check, water check. But then I realized something was missing. All of my hair products and tools were sitting in a bag in my apartment, which was 30 minutes away from my friend's house. So to avoid being late for work, I had to show up to work as is, not in a military style bun, but in a big puffy afro. And just to help you picture it, just imagine a Black Panther activist, hair like cotton candy, in a pair of royal blue scrubs. When I got to my unit and I walked up to the two double doors and they opened, I felt like I was walking onto the red carpet, ready to do this big reveal. All eyes were on me, wondering who the heck is this girl? And of course, the questions and stares came rolling in. Bad hair day, huh? Can I touch it? How'd you get it to stand up like that? And I'm thinking to myself, what? This is me, or at least the Raven I was hiding for the past year. As I hid from the stares and questions, I glued myself to the computer in my patient's room. I thought I was free from all the commentary and stares. But it wasn't until 1 a.m. where my patient decided she actually was going to have the last word. My patient, a 7-year-old Black girl who spent well over 6 months on our unit, And she was labeled as somewhat difficult, really because she wouldn't talk to anyone besides her parents. When in reality, she was just shy and didn't recognize the faces that contrasted this world that she had come to know. Anyways, so as I'm hanging her medication in the IV pole at the head of her bed, I hear some shuffling, and I think to myself, all right, what do you got to say about my hair now? But I actually feel a little tug on my pant leg, and she whispers, "We have the same hair. It's like we're twins," with this sleepy grin on her face. In that moment, I realized I was hiding a piece of myself for acceptance, when this is what actually connected me with patients. And while not many nurses on my unit looked like me, caring in my most authentic form was necessary, as it created a space where patients and families could see themselves and connect with someone who looked like them, but also had similar values, cultural practices, upbringings, and often understood the nuances of their life that get written off as difficult or non compliant. So, for the next few months, under the guise of continuity of care, she became my twin, for a lack of a better word, because we always had to make sure we had the same matching hairstyles. And as I started to wear my hair out and experimenting with different styles, while they seemed like different styles to me, I think my patient saw me as her daily cartoon character. If I had two braids, I was Dr. McStuffins. If I had two buns, I was Princess Leia. And if it was straight, I was Elsa from Frozen. With the support of my coworkers, I eventually became the hairdresser of the unit. We created a drawer with a variety of hair products and accessories, and we dedicated time during our shifts to braid, twist, and brush our patients' hair into any style they wanted, while at the same time assessing for emotional status, skin, speech, and their overall patient well being. So you see, nursing calls for a diverse workforce, but what exactly does that mean? How are we welcoming these differences beyond the mission statement? Do hairstyles, tattoos, disabilities, accents make us any less of a nurse? Or do they create a bridge to connect with patients and each other? For me, it was this creativity that rose out of these unique hairstyles that added the intensity to intensive care nursing. Thank you.
Ah, Raven, thanks so much. There's so many lines in that that just get me every time I hear it. So thanks again for sharing publicly this
Thank
time.
you.
Yeah. Also, congratulations on your work anniversary this week. It sounds like you said February 18th,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Glad I caught that. Um, Question for you. Are there other ways that you've let yourself be you more than you might have been a couple years ago, to build bridges, as you put it?
I think for me, I've opened myself to like sharing stories about my life. Because I think a lot of times in nursing, you're talking with your coworkers, but you're like, I don't want to talk about that. Like, I don't know what they'll think about me. But I think now I'm like, I just share the stories and what my life is like because I think it helps other nurses realize, like, oh, my patient may be like this nurse. And if I didn't share that story, who knows if they would have been exposed to that. So I think even in just conversations, opening up, the real parts of my life.
Wonderful. All right. Thanks so much, Raven.
Thank you.